I think this is a pretty cool view to start the video. Alright, welcome. This is MDog from MDog Gaming, and just wanted to throw up a quick YouTube video celebrating the fact that Russian Fishing 4 has now got a release date on Steam. Yeah, it's not as soon as we might have thought, but I'm sure the developers of this game are still trying to work out what's going to be their launch point. How much more progress do they want to make before it's made more available on Steam? If you don't know about Russian Fishing 4 or just finding out about it and trying to get more information, I really just wanted to make this video to just sort of acknowledge that it's now listed on Steam and just talk through some of the basics of the game. And we'll finish what will hopefully be a pretty short video with just a little bit of fishing, because that's the best part of Russian Fishing 4, right? The fishing. So first, let me just show you real quick. It is on Steam now. It's got a release date of May 30th. So what is that? Today's January 7th. So again, we've still got some months there before it comes out. What's that, 4 months? February, March, April, May. So almost 5 months. Closer to 5 than 4. So we've got some time, but I'm super excited to see this. And it will be interesting to see what we're looking at. I'm kind of thinking it's still going to be like when it's released, an early access title on Steam. But I could be wrong. There's enough content on here that they don't have to go that direction. They can certainly release this as a full release game and continue to make updates about the game, in my opinion. It really, when you get into Russian Fishing 4, it plays more like an MMO fishing game than any other fishing game that I've played before. Maybe somewhat similar to how you might feel if you get into a game like Fishing Planet, but I never have played much of Fishing Planet. I tried it recently, but that's just not my pedigree. It's not where I came from. And that's one of the interesting points, is I think, though there's a huge variety in the player base, there are a lot of people do fit into two categories. One, people that have come from previous hunting and fishing games, and then another category of people that are more like myself, maybe a smaller group, but I think it's out there. I've heard other streamers and other people that play this game talk about this, that come more from an MMO direction. You know, like my history is more in MMOs. A lot of the things that appeal to me about this game, though the fishing is really fun and cool, are the like MMO processes and structures. So let's look at some of that real quick before we get into the fishing. First of all, there is a lot to this game, and I've made some other videos trying to get into some of the just sort of basics. We're not going to go through all of that now, but on that note of it feeling like an MMO, I do want to show you a couple of quick things. First of all, you do have skills. You're choosing where you're putting your skills. Right now, there's 3 types of fishing: float fishing, spin fishing, and bottom fishing. You can use 3 fishing poles at the same time, and so we're going to sort of be able to do each of those real quickly here as we end this video. But within each category, so as you can see, I've specialized in bottom fishing. A lot more points have gone into this than anything else. Within each category, you can go to, you see here on the right side where we've put points. You can go in, you can really create your character how you want him to be, what you want him to specialize in. So not only is there skill points or skill trees like you might see in an MMO, but there's also crafting. You know, crafting baits, something really satisfying about catching fish on baits that you've made. Crafting ground baits, which is basically a way for you to attract fish, putting things in the water or even around your lure or bait or hook to attract the fish to get bigger and better fish, biting where you're doing your fishing. You can also craft lures, which is sort of the one area of crafting that I've not gotten into at all, but I'm super excited about dipping my toes into that one day. It's just, it looks like it's a pretty like pricey. It's maybe the more advanced part of crafting. So I don't want to keep this video going on too long. We are at Curie Lake. If you look at the all the different places you can go to, based on the level I've gotten up to, we're up to being able to go to Volkhov River. So the most recent information is, or the most recent place is Sura River, and we can't go there till we hit level 24. But Volkhov, in fact, we're going to be going to Volkhov for the first time tonight, so I'm excited about that. But right now we're at Curie Lake, and all of these places have actually been fun. Cottage Pond is kind of the tutorial section. Not a lot going on there, but it's still kind of chill to go back there every once in a while and throw a float rod in the water. But anyway, let's look at 3 different types of fishing, okay? And one of the reasons why I chose Curie Lake for this video, this celebratory video, is I just think it's a beautiful place, beautiful area, and because the water is so clear, you can really see the fish come right up on. So the first type of fishing you'll probably do if you start playing Russian Fishing 4 is float fishing, or here in America we'd probably just as soon call it bobber fishing. But and so we're literally just going to put our, well, first of all, let's check our depth here. I don't know, we'll put it at 60 for now. We're just going to put it right up here in front of us because we want to see the fish. That's so much farther than I thought it would be, so let's just back it up. That wasn't very elegant, was it? But we're going to back it up to right there. We'll see if we can get a fish to come that close to the shore. Really get a good look at him. So that's float fishing, okay? So we're going to kind of keep moving, and we'll keep checking in on it. Second thing I want to show you is bottom fishing. And like I said, this is what I've sort of specialized in, and it's overall been my favorite thing. And by the way, we've got just an earthworm on our float line there. I'm surprised there's no fish there yet. We may need to move that. And again, we're just going to throw this like real close to the shore here. Yeah, not that close. That's embarrassing. Let's go a little farther here. But we don't want to throw it far. I don't think we have enough weight on there or something. Oh, that's perfect though. For our purposes, that's perfect. So the cool thing about float fishing, bottom fishing, is that you have these bells on the end. So it's really just like, just set it and wait. It'll let you know when a fish has got it. You'll hear the bells going. That was a little farther back than that, or maybe that is it. All right, before we go to spin fishing though, the third type of fishing, let me pick this up. I think we'll have a little bit more luck if we, oh, look at that fish coming in. He's not coming from our float though. He's coming for the bottom fishing. And this is, again, what I love about Curie Lake. We'll be able to just see these fish come in. He's testing it. He's seeing how that pearl barley tastes. He's going to like that pearl barley though, and eventually he's going to get that pearl barley in his mouth and decide to take it home. And that's when he's going to get hooked in, and we're going to catch ourselves a fish. Hey, what's up, Zab? Welcome to the channel. It's good to see you here. Thank you all in my stream here for being patient. I'm just putting together a little YouTube video here on celebrating the fact that Russian Fishing 4 is coming to Steam. All right, he's still biting on it, so we haven't caught him yet. Here's the other thing. Like, if you're a traditional, especially here in North America, if you're a traditional fisherman, the thing you're probably most used to is spin fishing, right? And there's great spin fishing in Russian Fishing 4. So I want to show you a little bit about that. We'll go about 90% out here. And we want to sort of let that settle to the floor. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. We'll go ahead and set this one down before we start reeling. Let's catch our fish here. All right, so again, this is on bottom fishing. He's trying to take that pearl barley home. Here he is, right over there. See him? All right, let's see what we caught here. Let's see what kind of fish we caught. Pearl barley is one of the baits you can make, and it's just great. You can just pull in the brim, some of the smaller carp. I really like the pearl barley. All right, so then we caught a little crucian carp. So that was bottom fishing. Have we still not gotten any nibbles on our float? We may just need to change locations. What are we fishing with? A worm? Let's pull this out of the water so we can see what's going on here. We'll check this real quick. Yeah, we've just got an earthworm on there. No problem. We should be able to catch something on an earthworm here. All right, let's just go right over here then. That looks like a pretty good spot, doesn't it? Maybe we can get some over there. All right. Before we end the video, though, let's see if we can't get something to bite. So this is one of our big setups. This is a really nice lure. These hunter lures work great here in Curie. Probably other places too. We're doing a little jig step. See if we can't get a fish on for the video. I probably won't be able to, but it's worth a try. Either way though, we'll wrap the video up. If we don't get to catch a fish here for you on the spinner reel, it's something you'll have to wait and see another day, but it's a pretty exciting process. Definitely catch some bigger fish this way. Use flies. Oh, good point, TJ. Hold on. TJ's got a good point. I've never caught a fly before. And we hear the frogs in the background. So I need to go for flies more often. Okay, we need to switch to the tiny hook real quick. We don't have long because I really do need to wrap this video up, but let's just try real quick. We're going to put a fly on there. And let's go down to what? About 30 centimeters. That's the wrong direction. Oh, think the frogs just died out. I think they just died out. All right, we'll go back over here so I can see it better while we're reeling. I think they just died out. So when you hear the frogs in the background, it increases your chance of being able to catch a frog. All right, let's see if we can't get something going here. What's our reel speed? We don't want it that high. You want it 25 max, I would say, on doing the jig step in. Oh, I just heard a frog again. Hold on. Hold everything. Let's go ahead and pick this up and see what's going on over here. Oh, yeah, it looks like a fish though, isn't it? That's not a frog. Fish got our fly. Fish got our fly. We caught a little common roach there. Let's do this again though. We're extending the video length. I can feel it. We might do a second cast on the spinning rod because we haven't given it the right chance here to catch something. Too many interruptions. All right, there's the lure. Let's do this again. 90%. We'll catch something this time, and if we don't, we'll be done for the video, and we'll head out to Volkov. Hey, no worries, TJ. We'll catch that frog one day. All right, let's go ahead and reel this in. Let's see if we can't get you a fish on our spinning reel. So we're doing what's called the jig step. And we're basically just letting that spoon start off at the bottom. There we go. There we go. Start at the bottom and we're bringing it up. We're just bringing that spoon in front of as many fish faces as possible. Somebody's going to find it irresistible. And let's see what we call it. So you can see the bend. These nicer rods have so much bend to them. You can really put a lot of resistance there on the fish and wear it out, bringing it in. Let's see what we caught here. So nice lake trout. It's not very big. It's lake as far as lake trouts go, but we'll take it. And I'm thankful we got to catch something for the video on our spin rod. So looks like we're not going to catch that frog. We'll look down here. If you hit V while you're holding it, you can make sure the bait's still on there. It does appear to be. Alright, so no frog. That'd have been too crazy to catch a frog while making this video, right? But you did get to see the 3 different types of fishing. If I'm not mistaken, we caught a fish on every one, so I couldn't have asked for a better little time of fishing there. So I really like this view though, sort of the castle tower there over across on the other side of the lake. Curie Lake is awesome. If you haven't ever been here yourself in the game, you do have to level up a little bit before you can come, but there's just so much just variety of different types of fishing here. Bank fishing, there's an island you can drive a boat to. Trolling fishing is also really fun. So Russian Fishing 4 is awesome. If you haven't tried it, I recommend you do. Thanks for watching.